And it's Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio at the Lieutenant Haggerty Dinner, honoring a World War II hero and the best in college basketball in the New York metropolitan area. Got a chance to talk with one of our friends, Kevin Hamilton. Kevin is the head coach out in Long Island at New York Institute of Technology. Kevin, what's it like to be at the Haggerty Dinner?
Oh, it's great to be here. As you know, it has a great tradition for many, many years, and it's really rewarding for a lot of the young men to be recognized in this area for their talents, their skills, and for the hard work that they put in. So it's great to be here.
Well, you gave up doing a little broadcasting to taking on a head coaching role. How did your year go?
Well, we had a very good year from an improvement standpoint. When you take over a program, you have to assess where you are, make some changes, and then be prepared to move forward. And we're having a fantastic recruiting year, and we're bringing back all the right players that deserve to be in our uniforms. And we had a really, really good year. So I'm looking forward to next year as well.
Absolutely. Now, the Iona men had a terrific season. Really coming a little bit unexpected to win the MAC tournament, and Jordan Washington had a great tournament there. Got a chance to play in the NCAA's against Oregon. Jordan Washington again had 20 points in the game against Oregon, over 10 rebounds. What did you find? What made this Iona team so successful and be the representative in the NCAA tournament for the MAC?
Well, what made them special was they followed their leader and their leaders, Coach Cluse, Coach Grasso, and the rest of the coaching staff, Coach Brock and everyone else, did a great job bringing them along at the pace that they needed to be brought along. Not every team from day one is going to be, a championship team, but this team really improved over the year and got to the point where they were capable of winning the championship. And then, if they go out to the NCAA tournament a little bit more healthy than they were, who knows what their chances were. They actually played Oregon as good as many other teams in the tournament did. So, and I was very proud of my Iona Gales to play the way they did, to follow the leader, and also to represent the MAC the way that they did.
Absolutely, second year in a row for the Iona men in the NCAA tournament. Tonight, Billy Gotze will have a couple of her players on the All-MAC women's third team, Alexa Lewis and Marina Larazarazu. And they had a fine season. They came up a little short in the MAC semifinal, but Quinnipiac had a great season, who won the MAC and won a couple of games in the NCAA tournament this year.
Well, Coach Gotze does a fantastic job, as you know, I know, following them and having the honor of broadcasting some of their games. So it's no secret that when you have such great leadership the way Coach Gotze does with her team, and then you have really, really solid players, Lizarazu is just, first of all, just a joy to watch play. And then secondly, really the leader of that team. I was proud of them. And then, Quinnipiac absolutely had a very, very good year. But you can't doubt, the talent of the other teams in the MAC. So Iona, ran into, some good teams. But if I know Coach Gotze, they'll be back in contention next year.
Absolutely. And I got to mention our friends out at St. Peter's. They Coach Dunn took them through the CIT to the championship to win a national championship. They had one big night at home in the semifinal game, and they won on the road down, I think it was in Texas. What an accomplishment. And that's something, they get to put a national championship banner in their gym over in Jersey City.
Coach Dunn's a great guy. And like I just said, they play in a very, very tough competitive league, which had them prepared to go play against some very talented teams from the rest of the country. So it's no surprise. You can take many of the teams in the MAC, put them in some of these other tournaments, and they'll do extremely well. But kudos to Coach Dunn, very well deserved, and he certainly does a very good job over there in St. Peter's. It's nice to see them have a championship game in their gym as well.
I just got to ask you about memories of a Haggerty dinner back when you were playing, and do you have any walks up to the podium?
Man, that was a long time ago. But as you know, we were one of the better teams in not just the country, but certainly the metropolitan area. I believe I made some team. I'm not sure. but I know that we were worthy of getting to the podium if we did. But it was special times. This is a special dinner, and going to honor very special players.
Absolutely. Kevin Hamilton, now the head coach out at New York Institute of Technology, and a former broadcasting partner of mine, and so many here, and some great work in the AAU. Kevin Hamilton, great to see you, and have a great summer.
Hey, thank you so much. It's always great to see you, and I'm very happy to be here. Next year, hopefully, we'll be here with our own championship.
Absolutely. This is Ken Kraetzer for Sons of the American Legion Radio in White Plains at the Lieutenant Haggerty Dinner.